Jamestown Colony by Evan Burke. Burke. Burke.
What are we going to be doing?
What's the next slide? In 1606, England sent settlers to make the first permanent colony in Virginia. The voyage took a long 4 months because they stopped in a neighboring colony to resupply. Yeah. The company that sent them was called the London Company. The London Company struck up a charter with the King of England, and in return of the gold they found, they would be given a plot of land. They sadly, though, did not find any gold in the colonies and ended up almost returning back empty handed. This, however, did not happen because they found another money maker. These are the three ships that brought the settlers here: the Godspeed, the Susan Constant, and the Discovery. Sadly, they landed in a marshland. The Indians did not have any settlements here and did not tell the colonists, because why would they? The colonists were jerks. In other words, they were bleep. The marshland was really bad for farming. John Smith, however, got all the colonists to work. The colonists were all gentlemen and did not like the work. So John Smith said, "Those who shall not work shall not eat." Wah. John Smith traded precious stones for food, tools, and materials for building. He got help from the chief's son, Pocahontas. And no, she is not from the movie. She was like 11 years old. This is some of the food that was given to the Jamestown colonies: squash, corn, turkeys, and pumpkins. Sadly, John Smith was injured in a powder bag explosion and left in 1609 for treatment. This also marked the start of the first starving period in the Jamestown colony. Right after John Smith left, the Indians' rage boiled over, and they started attacking the colony. Many colonists died. There was one guy, Captain Nathaniel, I forgot his last name, who was buried outside of the walls of Jamestown. He was a very important figure, and historians are trying to figure out why. There was so very little food in Jamestown that they started eating each other, which is called cannibalism. It's where people eat each other, and it's really gruesome, actually. Blech. After the second wave of ships came, the Jamestown colony was pulled out of the starving period. They were provided with food and a large enough workforce that they could get their first farms created. Yeah. Soon after, the first slaves arrived in Jamestown. They, by themselves, cost very little food and very little housing and very little maintenance. Here's where the London Company got its money from. They grew tobacco in Jamestown and was exported to England, where it was smoked. Try not to smoke, kids. This is the Church of Jamestown. The Church of Jamestown was the first church in the American colonies that was like a big thing. It was sadly burned down in Bacon's Rebellion. We'll get to that later, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Indian Massacre. The Indian Massacre in 1622 was where Indians attacked the outskirts of the Jamestown colony. At this time, Jamestown had grown beyond its walls. As you can see, this is Jamestown in its later years. They have built another wall outside of their triangle fort, and it's mishappened. And it has farms now, which is much better than it was last time. Good. This is Bacon's Rebellion, which was in 1676, led by Nathaniel Bacon. Coincidentally, it was the first rebellion in the American colony. Da, 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 da. Thank you and have a nice day. Slide 22.
It was a good pace.
Slide.
Like I was listening to who's the guy
hit the
on
X.
NPR.
Escape. Hit stop. Hit stop.